The Boston Red Sox have shipped away Andrew Benintendi to the Kansas City Royals in a three-way trade. Now, like all three-way trades, Mario and everybody out there, these things get confusing, so please bear with me on this. The Red Sox are sending Andrew Benintendi and $2.8 million to the Royals to help cover part of Benintendi's $6.6 million salary. And the Red Sox get outfielder Franchy Cordero and two PTBN, I don't know what that means, from the Royals, and right-handed pitcher Josh Winckowski, I think I said that right, and another PTMB from the Mets. And the Mets get outfielder Khalil Lee from the Royals. And I don't like these three-way trades because they're just really confusing. But there you go. I'll also put it in the description down below in case if you couldn't catch up with what I was saying. But anyway, as for Andrew Benintendi, he's a big vocal point of this. He finished second in American League Rookie of the Year voting in 2017 when he hit 271 batting average at 352 on base percentage and a 424 slugging percentage with 20 homers and 20 steals in 151 games. And from 2018 to 2019, he had 279 batting average with a 355 on base percentage and a 4.48 slugging percentage, and averaging 14 homers and 16 steals, and only appeared in 14 games last season due to a rib injury. And there is a quote here by Chaim Bloom. This one's a little long, so bear with me on this one. I think in many ways the accomplishments of homegrown players are the most special to organizations, and Andrew is a great example of that. There are so many people who played a role in bringing him to the organization, helping him become who he became, and supporting him along the way. Obviously, Andrew deserves the most credit for what he's accomplished, but for all of those people, there's a ton to be proud of. And this was reported by Mark Feinsand and written by Manny Randhawa. I think that's how you say that name. But anyway, Mario, let me start off with this, okay? I know we're both Sox fans, but let me start off by saying thank you for everything you've done in Boston, Benny. We're gonna miss you. And I wish you the best of luck in Kansas City. But I gotta be honest with you, Mario. I don't think this is gonna take a big hit on us. I really don't. The last couple of years, Andrew Benintendi has not been that star player that we've seen him as back in 2017. He hasn't been that player. And obviously, of course, I'm not gonna discredit Andrew Benintendi. I love Ben. I wish this man the best of luck, and I'm gonna miss him. But I just don't think this is gonna be a big hit on us. As for a veteran status, yes, maybe it can take a big hit, but talent wise, I don't think that's big. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I really don't. I really think this is a point in time now where the Red Sox really need to go out and get Yasiel Puig. I think that's what needs to happen at this point. And I'd love that. I'd love that. Aside from his temper, I'd like that. But another thing that the signal to the Red Sox is now most of the 2018 Red Sox team is gone. Mookie Betts is with the Dodgers. David Price went to the Dodgers. Joe Kelly went to the Dodgers. A lot of guys are going out, and now Benintendi's going to the Royals. Brandon Workman went to the Phillies. You know, all these guys that were here in 2018, and Heath Henry went with them to the Philly. So all these guys that were here with us in 2018 are almost gone. JD's still here, Erod's still here, Chris Sale's still here, but that's really about it. Rafael Devers is still here, Xander's still here. So a lot of these guys are like from 2018 are just leaving. And which paves in a new era for the Red Sox. You know, now this is the point in time where you got to go out there and get someone valuable, like you know, maybe for example, Yasiel Puig. He's still on the free agency market. I think we should go out and get him, but you know, that's their decision, not mine. But yeah, I mean, I think with Andrew Benintendi leaving, he's one of the more beloved figures on this team. I think this is signaling the end of an era for the Boston Red Sox, and I do wish them the best of luck in Kansas City. As for the Royals, I want to talk about all three teams first. As for the Royals getting Andrew Benintendi, I mean, it could be good. I mean, I'm not saying Andrew Benintendi is not going to be back in Kansas City. Obviously, we always say it. A career can be revived when you get traded because you weren't doing good. Your career could be revived, and that's exactly what could happen here. I don't think Benintendi was that productive in Boston the last couple of seasons. Which is probably why he got shipped off anyway. Usually, when you ship off a player, it mainly means because you weren't of any use to them, or like you weren't producing enough for them to exceed expectations. So I'm assuming that's why Andrew Benintendi left to begin with. So maybe he could be a lot more productive in Kansas City. Obviously, the Royals are in more rebuild mode. You know, they haven't really been good in the last few years. They won a World Series like 6 years ago, but they haven't really returned to that form ever since. So they're just getting these players at this point. As for the Mets, I personally haven't heard of Khalil Lee since until now, and it doesn't really. Oh wait, here we go. Lee 22 was selected by the Royals in the third round of the 2016 draft. Uh, by age 21, he reaching Double A, and by age 21, hitting 264 batting average, 363 on base percentage, and 372 slugging percentage with 53 steals for the Double A Northwest Arkansas in 2019. So he's still a prospect, basically. So yeah, so that's probably why I haven't heard of him. But you always got to be careful with that. We always say don't. He went to the Mets. This guy I'm talking about, Khalil Lee. Never know what these prospects are going to turn into. That's why I'm not going to say who won and lost this trade. And we got a couple of prospects too. So I'm not going to say we ship off Benny and boom, there you go. We won that. We don't know that. No, because what if Benny turns into something great in Kansas City, and then these prospects don't turn out to, or vice versa? You know what I mean? So that's also another thing you gotta watch out for. But with that said, I wish Andrew Benintendi the best of luck in Kansas City, and I'll give it to you now, Mario.
Yeah, well, I'll take over right there. First of all, I wish him the best of luck in Kansas City. Congratulations to him on going to Kansas City. First of all, again, as another Red Sox fan, I want to thank him for all the great work he has done in Boston. He was a very key piece at 2018 season, and even before that, he was a very key piece. And I do agree with you. He was taking it downhill, but like I believe last year he dealt with some injuries. Am I correct?
Yeah, he was. But the year before that, even that, he wasn't.
Right, right. He took like a little bit of a downfall. I mean, I don't think it was too much from his rookie year. From the year before, like his best year was 2018 when he had a 290 average, and he was batting about, and he was batting. His best year, I believe, was probably 2018. He had 16 home runs. He had 87 RBIs. He had a 290 batting average. That's what I think his best year was. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People could say like the year before because he had 20 home runs or but I don't agree with that. I think it was, or the year after, excuse me, 2019, but I don't think it was 2019. I think it was 2017. I mean, 2018. So with that being said, I understand what you're saying. He was taking a downhill. Here's my problem with the Boston Red Sox, okay? When they trade a guy, for some reason, I just don't feel like they get enough out of it.
Yeah, I
I feel
understand.
like they never get enough out of it.
They
They
traded Mookie Betts away, and then didn't get Kenta Maeda back. Instead, they let them go to the Twins.
Right, and with this being said, like Andrew Benintendi is still a valuable starter. I feel like in this league, and even though he's taking a downhill, that's why I still believe Andrew
Yeah, I
Benintendi.
agree.
So with that being said, I would have loved for them to get those prospects plus a starter that could have helped us. Whether it's a starting right hand pitcher, you know what I'm saying, not a prospect. And again, you never know what these pitchers can turn into. I know they got a right hand pitcher, but I believe he is a prospect. You're muted.
I'm gonna look at it right now. I think he is.
Yeah, please do. But let me continue. So, like, I always feel like they can get more. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I commend the Red Sox for getting another pitcher because that's something that we need. So they're trying to get as many pitchers as possible. And like you say, I absolutely agree with you because it's the same thing as NFL draft picks and NBA draft picks. You never know what these draft picks can turn into. So I absolutely agree. So you never know what these prospects can turn into. So with that being said, I hope these prospects can turn to something very valuable for the Boston Red Sox. Now, another point that you mentioned, the whole 2018 team is almost gone. This is how you know that the Red Sox are going into this whole rebuild mode. So I'm gonna be honest with you, Nate. I don't think they're gonna get Yasiel Puig. I don't think they're gonna get any of these All Stars that we want them to get. It's not gonna happen. Why? Because I feel like this is the rebuild mode where they're gonna try to figure out who can become a young star for years
Right,
to come.
right.
Personally, I think Chavis could be that guy. I think
Yeah, I
Chavis
agree.
a few years could be the star of the Red Sox.
Michael Chavis, Bobby Baldeck, he was a good one too.
Yeah. Well, I say Chavis because I think he's proven more than
Yeah,
Bobby.
right. Well, then
He's had a
again,
couple
Bobby
more.
Baldeck didn't really play a full season last year because he
Right.
got called up.
Right, which is why I can't say nothing. But as for Chavis, like that's what I feel. I feel like he could be the next new star for them. As for like pitchers, like I mean, obviously Erod's there, and who knows how long he's gonna stay. And Evaldi happen to him. Personally, I can't really see Chris Sale staying too long. I really can't. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I can't see him staying too long. So like between the off year that he had and then the injury year that he had, I can't see him staying. So with that being said, that I really do believe that the Red Sox are going into this whole new rebuild mode. Like you said, they took Alex Verdugo and they think that he's very promising. They took help me out here. The other guy,
Oh, they took
Pedraza.
TK Hernandez from the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Well, they
Pedraza.
who?
Pedraza, correct?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Peraza?
yeah, yeah,
Pedraza,
something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they took that was part of the Mookie Betts trade. They got Adam Ottavino. I mean, it's okay, but like I'm not really a big fan of that one either. But my point with this is the Red Sox are going into rebuild mode, and as Red Sox fans, we're gonna have to accept that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we're gonna have to accept like we're gonna have to trust whatever the front office for the Boston Red Sox is gonna do, because I'm going to be honest now. I can't see him getting any new All Stars. I can't see it unless a young All Star ends up coming into a market. Like for instance, I'll give you an example. Juan Soto. I'll take Juan Soto for example. If Juan Soto ends up becoming a free agent, that's somebody I think the Red Sox might want to get. Somebody who's not only young, but somebody who's also going to become a star and have this huge star power. That's the type of moves I feel like the Red Sox are going to make. Not Yasiel Puig, who's like going from team to team and he's hitting age. Now I don't think that's what's going to happen. Like despite how old he is, he's getting older, and it seems like forever ago when he was that prime Dodger. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like the Red Sox are gonna do. They're gonna go through rebuild modes, and the only time they're gonna get a key offseason acquisition is if it's a very very young guy who has the star power. I think Chavis will stay there for many years to come, without a doubt. That's the one guy I think will stay out of everybody, Chavis. And so, with that being said, I do wish the Red Sox the best of luck. I know they still got some young, promising guys out in there that they're probably going to keep that are going to turn into stars too. I just named Chavis because he was the first one on my mind. But with that being said, I wish the Red Sox the best of luck moving forward from Benintendi. I wish Benintendi and the KC Royals the best of luck heading into that season. And the one thing we're forgetting to talk about is the Mets. I wish the Mets the best of luck in the new outfield acquisition that they got.
Right. And before I end this, I just wanted to clarify that this pitcher that we got, Josh Winckowski, I think that's how you say that last name. Yeah, he is a prospect. He actually came from the Mets. He was a part of that. I can't remember what it was. He was a part of the Steven Matz trade to the Blue Jays. So with that, so he hasn't even been on the Mets for that long, and now he's with the Red Sox. So with that said, good luck to everybody that got traded. Good luck to Benny in Kansas City. Good luck to the Kansas City Royals. Good luck to the New York Mets, and obviously, you know how it be. Go Red Sox.